Before I put the question, I think it would only be fair to give his member of parliament, member for Wajir North.
Madam Speaker, this afternoon, there is no better afternoon to be in this parliament than today. And there is no better parliament to be than the 12th parliament, the 13th parliament. Why am I saying that? Madam Speaker, the words of the mover of this motion, Honorable Raso, still echo that this is the first person from the Juran community to be appointed as a principal secretary. The first from Wajir North. That is history in the making, Madam Speaker, and that's why I say I'm privileged to be in this parliament this afternoon. Madam Speaker, there's nothing much to say about his person, Honorable Ahmed Abdisalam. I am his member of parliament, and he has been my member of parliament in the 12th parliament. So we went into the field in the 2022 election. I took over, and I'm privileged to oversee his appointment as a principal secretary. His qualification speaks loud. He has all it takes in terms of aptitude, the attitude. He has the gravitas to be the principal secretary in the department he's been appointed for. That aside, Madam Speaker, we have had values and principles in the Constitution since the promulgation in 2010. Never have we realized those principles and values fully, and I believe we are moving slowly, yet closer to the progressive realization of those values. Of significance to me this afternoon is the fact that our values speak of national unity. National unity in the face of our diversity, the multitude of communities and tribes of Kenya. That we must be united in as much as we have that diversity and differences. Madam Speaker, that means power in as much as it is vertical in some way, that we have one executive, the president. The rest of the power should at least permeate across these communities. And together we shall hold as one nation, and power shall be distributed and shared across all tribes. Values of inclusion, equality, human rights, non-discrimination, and protection of the protection of the vulnerable communities. This afternoon, I heard Honorable Junet speak of the first person from Suna. I also speak on behalf of the first Ajuran, the first principal secretary appointed to serve in the government. We are moving closer to the realization of these good values that have been slow, but there is a slow progression, indeed, to make sure that there is life into them. Madam Speaker, these values indeed mean that they are anchored on regard for human rights, fairness, and the protection of the less privileged, being a Najuran, being the only member of parliament. When we talk of Somalis, people think that this is one community. Really, there is so much diversity in the Somali community. I represent the Ajuran community. And today, being the only member for this community, I'm elated that one from that community, in realization of our values, has come to being a principal secretary. I congratulate the executive, most of the president, and indeed the prime minister, for having been part of that appointment in some way. And this House, having considered his skill and approved them in equal measure, I support, Madam Speaker.
Atandi.